Going to be Saturn in Pisces, okay? Pisces, bingo. Look, here we go. This is your energy. So, oh, could be dealing with a female cousin too. So this could, okay, this karmic Pisces you're dealing with. You could be dealing with a female cousin, right? Can you see me? I might be a little washed out, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. So, all right. Let's get going. I've been in a very low mood all afternoon. I don't know what is going on. It's a beautiful day. Plenty of shit to do. And I just have not felt very, like, emotionally, have not felt very well. So, I'm not sure if this is going on in the collective as well. Maybe you're feeling this way, Pisces. Hi. Maybe you're feeling this way. Yeah, I've noticed that the energy is very scattered. The energy is very distant. The energy is very depressed this afternoon. Might not stay on too long, okay, you guys? I want to get my house cleaned up. I want to get my altar lit up because I want to make sure that I'm invoking positive energy. I had to do some serious cleansings of my altar, all my stuff, because I really had negative attachments to it. Or, yeah, there were some negative attachments. So, don't judge a book by its cover, okay? It's always a good idea to bless and consecrate your items, okay? Even your Bible. Seriously, like, anything can get an attachment. Anything can get an attachment. Don't think that just because it's sacred to you, that it has like a divine image on it or something like that, that it can't get an attachment, because it absolutely can get an attachment. Okay? Churches can get negative attachments. Mosques can get negative attachments. So, what I did, I'll show you what I did. It's really easy. I've got this little vial of water here, okay? And I put little lemon water in it. I got this little vial of water. There's no water in it right now. I've got this jar of salt, okay? I keep my little bag in there for now. That's how I cleanse and consecrate things. I've got my candles here. Those are fire and air. So you can use incense for air, or if you're adept at it, you can snuff out the flame with your finger, and that'll cause more smoke. And you can use the smoke from the candle that you put out to smudge your stuff. All right, so basically you'll invoke deity, however you know deity. Those are happy squeals, okay, you guys. Good. Those are happy squeals. So what you'll do. Oh, and I've got this. This is my oh, it smells so good. This is my uncrossing oil, you guys, okay? Hurry up and get over here. Thank you. Thank you. I made this. It's an extra virgin olive oil base, and I've got this like rose water sea salt bath wash. I put some of that in there. I put some herbs in there. It's hard for me to give you like a recipe because I just go on my own intuition with everything that I've gathered. The most important thing is time. You have to give it time. My magic is slow magic. Okay? So like I'll put something, thank you. I'll put something in a jar and I will let it sit for, no worries, that's fine by me. I I might not always get to answer everything. That's all I gotta say. I had a viewer one time over on Facebook get annoyed about that. She's like, well, why are you live if you're not gonna answer, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, because I'm channeling for you. So, but yeah, go ahead. I just feel bad you're the only one. um, anyway, time is the most important. So let it sit for at least, yeah, let it sit for at least 3 days. 9 days is better. 3 weeks is better. 9 weeks is better. Okay. So do a little research and find out. I'm honored. Thank you. Find out what herbs. Do a little herb research. Right. Is a blessed herb. Thyme is a blessed herb. Rosemary is a blessed herb. I'm hearing anise. What it's called? ANISE. Probably for the ancestors. You can throw some of that in there. Some cinnamon in there. Cinnamon is, all herbs are blessed, really. But this is my, and salt. Don't forget a hefty dose of salt in there. This is uncrossing oil, right? And what I mean by uncrossing oil, is that it removes negative attachments and curses from you, right? So you put it on your forehead. I do the Celtic cross. I go, because what is above comes below, and then left to right, so Lady and Lord, okay? So this is how I interpret the cross. So the divine made manifest come down, the Lady, the Lord, and then I do the circle for the Celtic cross. Thank you. I do the circle for the Celtic cross to represent the divine unity. So the two who are one. And that's how I invoke the Lord and the Lady when I do these kinds of things. I invoke them as the two who are one. And then I take a little bit of my water. I'll show you. So I don't have any water in there right now. I get my holy water as I need it. I'm a kitchen witch, so I use things from my kitchen that if you can make a magical oil or holy water or solution from just the things sitting in your spice rack, to me that's truly powerful, right? You can just sprinkle some of it in your right palm, hold it, pray over it. You know, dear Lord, dear Lady, please bless this. May it serve purpose to just whatever the fuck comes to your heart, you know, like please bless this herb that it may be used in my magical practices for the highest good, so mote it be, okay? Then sprinkle it in, right? So it's very simple stuff, okay? 99% it's faith magic. My shit relies on just holding it and praying over it, okay? Just holding it and praying over it. So there's that. But yeah, do something like get your holy water, you know, sprinkle some salt in there. I've got lemon water. I legit drink the lemon water, but I'll also use it because it's lemon water. So lemons are blessed, right? Solitary my whole life. Nice. Yes, I've been a solitary. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, good. So I don't need to over explain. Okay. Anybody who's watching this later on, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. I'm really good at getting back to the comments. Thank you. I'm really good at getting back to the comments. Take advantage of that if you're watching this later on, because right now, my channel is small enough I can respond to you directly, and I will. Also, if anybody's interested in personal readings, right? You okay? You can email me at Green Fairy Tarot, spelled just like the channel. You can email me at Green Fairy Tarot. Go wash it up at gmail.com, okay? If you want just like a video response from me, it's $44 for 44 minutes, okay? So that's just for a video response. If you want an in-person response, I'll do $55. So it's like $1 a minute, basically, right? So if you want just a video, send me your question. I'll do a video, send it to you, send you the file or whatever. I've got a Cash App, same thing, money sign at Green Fairy Tarot. That's how you could pay if you're interested in that. But if you want to do face-to-face, like through Zoom or through Google Meets, because I can do either, then I'll go a little longer for you, right? We'll do like 55 minutes. So it's like $1 a minute. Or if you're just like, hey, can I just get a 10-minute fucking thing? That's fine. Just inquire at Green Fairy Tarot. greenfairytarot@gmail.com. All right, back to the lesson. So, yeah, so let's say I need to bless. Let's say, oh man, I think I've got an attachment on this deck of cards. Oh shit, you know. First off, breathe. It's not that serious, okay? It's not that serious, I promise. Set it down like so. Take this. And I just say something very simple like, by the element of water, you are cleansed and blessed. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 in the middle. Okay, so boop, 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 boop. That's how I do it. I go zigzag. I start from the left, right, center. Okay, that's done. Water's done. Then I'll have one or both of my candles. I like to have both of my candles because it's representative of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Look at how feminine his features are in this. I love this candle. I love this candle. I'm not the only one to think this. There was a mystic, Julian of Norwich was her name, and she wrote that through her own gnosis, she came to understand Jesus as actually the embodiment of the divine feminine. I know, right? And I thought to myself, that's really fascinating because that plays upon our expectations, right? And then we've got, I consider this to be Mary Magdalene, but it can be either Mary to you, but Mary Magdalene then would have been the divine masculine incarnate because she was the one who was able to like financially support Jesus and the apostles, right? So it's fascinating how the divine toys with your expectations a little bit. So, all right, so I would light these, and I would just kind of go, I'd swing them around. By the element of fire, you are cleansed and blessed, so mote be, doot, 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 doot. Get them hit it on the sides. I'm pretty, I can be a little, shall we say, neurotic, maybe, about it. So I'll do back, front, and then roll it around on the sides. All right. By the element of fire, you are cleansed and blessed. So mote be. Then I'll put him out. Get this. Then while the smoke is coming up, I'll use the smoke. And for that, because the smoke's going to dissipate quickly, I might just do a quick circle around. By the element of fire, you are cleansed and blessed. So mote be. 1, 2. Right. Just kind of use them both. Then I'll put those back. And then I save earth for last. Take a pinch of this. This is the divine salt I've got. I've also got, this is uncrossing salt too. This is black salt. This is just regular salt with a little bit of ash from incense, Santo Palo and dragon's blood. So this is also good in a pinch if you think there's an attachment on something, you can. But for this one, since we've already cleansed it and blessed it, I use the divine salt and I just take a little pinch. By the element of earth, you are cleansed and blessed. So mote be. Throw it in the middle, just like that. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I was the Hierophant. Yeah, look at that. So we're learning. Whatever I'm teaching you, it's some kind of wisdom that's older than I am. Or I'm teaching you a good way to do things. So you can uncross yourself, but what I forgot to mention is you can also use this to uncross items too before you cleanse and consecrate, right? So it's a little trickier with a tarot deck, but it worked really good on my book. Basically, what I did is I take my wand, okay, dip it in the uncrossing oil, which you're actually going to use to cross, right? But if you have a different sign or sigil, go ahead. Take just a little bit. All right. Now remember, I should have done this If I was actually doing a ceremony, I would have done this before I did the elementals, okay? Just take it, just like I showed you on the forehead. By the power of the two who are one, I remove any and all negative attachments from this tarot deck, so mote it be. Boom. There you go. Okay? So be careful, because obviously that's oil on paper. But, and then after you've done that, proceed to the elemental cleansings. Okay?
Mom, I'm gonna need a plate.
You're gonna need a plate? Oh my goodness. He's gonna need a plate, you guys. Can you believe it? Alright.
Because of my pizza bread.
Because of your pizza. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. Excellent. So yeah, so that's a quick and easy ritual to A, first remove attachments, and then B, cleanse, consecrate, and seal too, because you want to seal them. Sometimes when I'm adding the salt, that's when I do the additional command of seal. So because salt is really good at banishing. It's like final in my mind. You know what I mean? Like nothing beats salt when it comes to banishing. So I might say at the salt part, I might say cleansed, blessed, consecrated, and sealed. So mote it be. Okay. So just some thoughts on that. Feel free to modify that however you need to, however your faith, you know what I'm saying, however you need to. I'm probably pulling on a lot of witches. I wouldn't be surprised though. So excellent. It's like we find each other. A bowl of salt in the corner of my house. Excellent. Don't be afraid to dump that. If you've had that for 3 months or more, go ahead, dig up a little hole. It don't have to be deep. Just make a little indentation in the earth. Go ahead and bury that salt. You follow your gut. Excellent. Brilliant. Yeah, so do I. Intuitive witches. If you've got more salt to replace it, go ahead and do that, because the salt itself, either that or if you don't want to bury it, if your intuition is telling you, no, it's fine, keep a hold of it, stick a crystal in there, okay, to absorb and cleanse and purify the energy. Otherwise, I'd say after about three months, dig a little hole and just bury that salt, and so that way it's always filtering out negative energy. That's okay. They all have a crack. All the plates have a crack. So, all right. It's only been a month. Okay. But it's been on my mind. Amethyst. I would do a white, a quartz crystal if you've got to be big. A month is about a good time. If you've been considering switching out your salt, a month is, I was going to say 3 weeks, honestly, but you can push it a little bit. I like to push things to see how far I can go. But yeah, that's, a month is not too early, at all to switch out. I'd say about 3 weeks is probably good. So, all right, whoa! I can't pause it. I'm live, folks. So whatever's going on is going on out there. Got uncrossing oil. I'm just going to use it. Now, the longest it's going to take you is, like I said, letting it sit. Yeah, no worries. The longest it's going to take you, like I said, I do slow magic, right? Like a slow cooker. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want that pot roast after it's been in the slow cooker for 3 hours? Do you want it after it's been in the slow cooker for 6? Or you want it after it's been in there for 9, right? Slow magic. So if you think you want to make a type of oil like this, I would say get started today, okay? Get started today and put it in the corner of your altar or somewhere sacred and just forget about it for a while, okay? Forget about it for as long as forget about it for so long you don't know how long it's been there. Like, I have this anointing oil I'm working on. this little thank you. This little fairy terrarium was given to me by my mother-in-law. I love her. It was given to me by my mother-in-law for was it Mother's Day? I can't remember what. Anyway, this is my anointing oil. So this is, oh good, I have some oils put away. Wonderful. So this will be, yeah, I don't even remember how long I've been letting this sit. Right? It's just been in here, soaking up the sun, soaking up the energies. This will be what I use for like initiations, initial consecrations. So the uncrossing oil takes off, removes baneful attachments. The anointing oil makes sacred, right? And the way I've got it set up, this little grid, now this might sound a little far out, okay? But you know how anointing oil, Messiah means anointed one. Thank you. So the way I set this up was, this is actually like a fairy nativity scene. Okay, right? So like the oil here is the gift, right? The divine child, so to speak. And then this would be like the Virgin Mary sitting back here. The little frog guys are like angels, okay? And then the little gnome guys are like the wise men. So I've got all of this energy here, all of this like divine immaculate energy, and then every at this rather than like I do a lot of like imagination magic too, right? I do a lot of mental magic. So then instead of having to do a complex ritual where I'm, you know, blessing and anointing this oil, instead I have it in a setup that literally reminds me of divinity. So every time I look upon it, I send it that kind of immaculate energy. Does that make sense? Grids can be more than just abstract crystal formations, right? Like you can make an actual scene that of your favorite story, your favorite sacred story. You can make an actual scene, and then thank you. You can make an actual scene, and then you can lay your tool or lay your oil in that scene, right? Myth, in that sacred story that you've erected. And then every time you gaze on it, you're recharging it, you're re-blessing it, you're filling it with good intentions, right? So that's another way I work magic. It's all intuitive, deeply intuitive. So, all right, shall we get to your actual reading? Why not, huh? Now that I've shared a little bit of magic, hopefully, the right eyes will see and the correct ears will hear, so mote it be. No karmics to abuse may come near, so mote it be. By the power of two who are one, it is done. All right, so we've put that energy on our reading. We put that energy on the video, rather. So let's get cracking, babies. Let's see what we actually got. We're doing Saturn and Pisces. So let's see. Ooh, that'd be awesome. Please do. Please do. Make sure you put a protection on it, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Just make sure you put a little, just prayer. Whoa. Pray a little protection on it. So that nobody can, because, you know, people people with malicious intent, malicious magicians can access you through pictures. They can. Remember, it's nothing to worry about. It's not a big deal because we've got the tools to remove these things, right? But just a heads up on that. All right, take time to release negativity, but it came out in reverse. So I'm not going to be taking reversals with these, okay? Mother Goddess. Ooh, I'm being called to call on the Mother Goddess now. Excellent. All right, Mother Goddess, please bless, cleanse, and sanctify this reading. So mote it be. Here we go. We're not taking reversals on the moon card. By the power of the two who are one, it is done. I love that. The two who are one. That just came to me the other day. It's been my history. I've had issues. Yeah. Yeah, that's what Facebook. Yeah, be careful with Facebook. I went dark. I went dark back in the winter of 2021 because of that. Because of that. Because I, being the tender-hearted, somewhat naive Wiccan that I am, right, or that I was, I was invited to join a coven with I don't even want to call them Satanists because most Satanists are atheistic. I don't even want to call them goetic. Yeah. I don't even want to call them goetic sorcerers. These people were just straight up. I thought that we would be able to work and share ideas, right? And it turns out the only reason these people wanted me in their coven was so that they could sacrifice me. Like, not physically. Like, they weren't trying to actually like, hunt me down and hurt me and kill me. But they were sending nasty magic. Nasty fucking magic. Like, I figure... listen, I'm one hell of a psychic... Yeah. Oh, ego. It was ego. It was ego. Because these people shared their... They shared their... teacher, how do I put this? Basically, they admitted to hiring black magic magicians. Like, we were our own group. We were our own coven. I call this a super coven because we all came from such vastly different traditions. I never imagined any one of us would intentionally want to hurt the other one. Like, love-based. Yeah. And that's, I mean, and I had to learn a hard lesson because I'm like, I couldn't possibly imagine why anybody who would get in a coven with someone would want to hurt that person, would want to, basically use that person as like their black magic guinea pig. And because I have the gift, I was able to see what they were doing. And when I went and did some research, I basically found out that, yes, they are absolutely working with... Everything added up. Like, yes, they are absolutely working. Like, I looked up their teacher, the person whose books they buy, the person who they pay to do rituals, and it all just came together. It all just made sense. So, be careful. I'm back on Facebook now. Thank you. Yeah. I'm back up on Facebook now. I've got plenty of public posts because, I'm trying to get my name out there. But I learned a very, very powerful lesson. This could be what this reading's about. Don't take spiritual protection for granted the way I did, right? Like, don't assume that because we're all witches together, we're all going to, that you're going to be respected, that you're going to be protected, that you're going to be, that nobody's going to hurt you. Because my guides told me, like, this is absolutely, like, this is what these people do, right? This is what these people do. They find earth angels. They find, divine people incarnate, and then through a series of high-level black magic, they will attempt to drive this person insane, get this person to commit suicide, get this person to pass. They're very fond of vehicular accidents. The demons themselves tell me that, by the way. They're like, oh yeah, we love that shit. There's groups out there who will stalk you for money. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. They don't seem to realize that this kind of they're a group based in Australia. The Black Witch Coven is just one of the groups I know who offers services like this kind of thing. And if one group's doing it, you know other groups are doing it. But like they don't even hide it. Like you can pay these people thousands of dollars and they will basically cyber stalk the victim. They will speak with you on a weekly basis. They will do tarot readings on your victim. They will do birth chart readings on your victim. They will monitor the victim so that they can understand, so that they can figure out exactly where the weaknesses are, and that they will send black magic. So like if you have an alcohol addiction, after 3 months of monitoring you, they find that out and they start putting like hexes on you to make you want to drink. If you're depressed, whatever. Like this shit is absolutely real. People make money off of this. People think this kind of thing is cute, quirky, fun. Alright, I don't want to talk about it too much because they make me sick to my stomach, honestly. Prosperity lies ahead, you are good enough, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. So yeah, stay prayed up and keep yourself protected, and don't tiff, okay? Don't assume that just because you're all witches together that you're going to be respected, right? Especially if you do try to stick to a path of love and light. Some people see that as a challenge. Yeah, until it comes back on them. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and that's what happens is they say things like they don't believe or it's never happened or so on and so forth, and oh, karma does. That's why I on this channel I say we don't call ourselves the karma, because we are not the karma. We are agents of karma. We are not the karma. Ma is the karma. The gods deliver the karma. We are merely the humble agents of such. Sometimes we're called to work that way through people's lives. But it's never a good idea to just go out there and say, well, this person pissed me off, so now I get to do that to them. Right? Surrender. Yeah. You're welcome. You truly are. It's not fun. It's not sexy. It's not witchy to pray about these things. But honestly, it really is the best way to do it. Because the prayers of a witch are of a white witch, of blessed witch, are powerful, powerful things. Yep, self-control and stay in the light. Exactly. You have no idea how easy it is to slip into that darkness, to slip into that retribution, right? Now, there's herbs that you can use. I'm just being called to talk all about this today, aren't I? So I guess this is the reading. There's herbs you can use. You can sprinkle like you get one of these 7-day candles, say, right? You sprinkle a little salt or a little, I think it's called a griminy, I think. You can look it up, and you can sprinkle some like retribution herbs into your candle, right? But the power comes from the prayer. The power comes from the surrender. You know what I mean? It's really nice to not have to do the most. I'm just going to say that right now, okay? To not have to, because that's what the evil ones, that's what they don't understand. Like, they're so in their ego, they want to be seen as powerful, as magical, as, work in the dirt. That's good. That's grounding. Powerful, magical, that they want to do the most, right? What they realize is they have sacrificed true divine protection for ceremony. Okay? So where they started out, it was all oh, I can do this protection ritual, oh, I can do this protection spell. Now they have to do it. Now they have to do it because they don't have the divine protection. It's not enough for them anymore to just pray the bad vibes away, right? To prey on their attackers, right? Now they have to do all the rituals. Now they have to have the herbs. Now they have to have the candles. Now they have to have the seances. Now they have to cast the circles. Now they have to get everything right. And because they don't have divine protection anymore, they need more and more and more and more and more powerful rituals to accomplish what they want. But you don't have to. You still have divine protection. That is a blessing. Yes, it's not sexy, but it's truly a blessing. Okay? So you see what I'm getting at? Faith magic, basically. Prayer magic, basically. Yeah, exactly what we're talking about here. Exactly. So, prosperity lies ahead. If you've been worried about that, please don't. This could be an abundance. With prosperity, I want to say, I really do. In Taurus, I really want to say financial. Okay? But it's so important to keep our minds open about this because I guess prosperity and abundance are two different things, right? So you may have had an abundance of ideas, maybe, that you're actually going to be able to turn into like, I want to say cold hard cash, baby, but hold on. Let's pull on this. What's with this prosperity lies ahead? All right, what do we got, Holy Spirit? What's with this prosperity lies ahead? What do we got? Ooh, yeah, you've been in your head about something. You've been holding back maybe, or you've been allowing the concerns of other people to keep you restricted. You're not going to do that anymore. That came out right in reverse. That just jumped straight out in reverse. Ooh, baby, 3 of Pentacles. Wow. There's something that let me get another one real quick. You're going to be working with somebody. Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah, you might remember how I was talking about my so-called coven mates who fucking sold me out? Who fucking wanted to snake me out? I think they were jealous of me, honestly. That's what this is. Woo, baby. Yeah, you're going to find out that people you've been working with, people you've been celebrating with, are fucking snakes. With the moon here, I think it's happening right now. They're snakes. They're not being honest. There's something lurking. Something lurking. Right? They're not being honest with you. They're not being truthful. Right? This is angering the divine. All right? Or this could even be you. Like, this could be symbolic of your intuition telling you something is not right. It's almost as if you're the model, right? If I had to guess, I would say who I'm talking to. It's almost as if you're the model, right? So you're kind of you're the talent, right? You're the one who's bringing it, who's making it happen. You're kind of the focal point here. But also you're removed, so you don't know what the teacher, you don't know how the student is depicting you. You're up here very open, very, very vulnerable, very trusting, right? But yeah, these people they're not telling you something. What is it that they're not telling you? Father of Pentacles. Oh, you might be getting underpaid. That could be what it is. Prosperity. You may be getting yeah. You might be being seriously underpaid for your contribution. Okay, I think that's what's going on. Yeah. Because what they do instead is they celebrate with you. Oh yeah, good job. We did a great job. Good, hard work, blah blah blah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. They'll raise a cup with you. They'll raise a cup with you. But they won't tell you how much you've actually earned. Right? They won't give you your fair share. It's this guilt trip. They take credit. There we go. That's what it is. Yep, they take credit. Yeah, they're not giving you their fair. They're not giving you your fair share. Their manipulation tactics, their gaslighting, their pity stories are not working on you anymore, however. Okay? So this could be a situation where you're like, hey, why did you take credit for my idea? And they go, I'm so sorry. I just, I've been this and I've been that and this happened to me and that happened to me and I blah, 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 blah. And I really need to look good before the boss and blah, blah, blah. That shit is not good. That shit is not working on you anymore, okay? Where once upon a time it did. Yep. Where once upon a time it did. It does not anymore. Okay? Because you deserve compensation as well. You deserve to receive as much as you give. Okay? So it looks like that's being worked out for you. Let's pull on You Are Good Enough. Full moon in Virgo. This could have something to do with that Eight of Swords in reverse energy too. Just you realizing that, hey, I'm also a child of the gods, right? I'm also a person. I also deserve to be compensated, right? I deserve equal output input. Yeah, something fishy going on. Yeah, that's what's definitely for sure. So you are good enough. Yeah. I'm picking up really someone's profiting off your idea. They've got to be, because you're turning up as the Queen of Swords, or excuse me, you're going to be turning up as the Queen of Swords really soon. Right now you're the Queen of Pentacles. You're just giving of your wealth. Pretty soon you're going to turn up as the Queen of Swords, all right? And look, Three of Swords down at the bottom. Yeah, lots of threes coming out. So you're in some, thank you. You're in some kind of group that is taking advantage of you. Right? This could be work. This could be social. This could be, I'm really picking up, this has something to do with like a project. What else do we got? Yeah, I mean, they just the whole story. Here you are looking at your returns. You've planted your seed and you're wondering, yep, exactly, universe knows. You're planting your seed and you're wondering, when are you going to get your return? Right? Why aren't you seeing the growth that other people seem to be having when they are in your position? Okay, it's because people are siphoning it. What you don't realize is that people are how do I want to put this? They're trying to pay you in praise. They're trying to butter you up. That's what it is. They're trying to stroke your ego. That's what it is. These people are trying to stroke your ego. But that shit's not working anymore. If you go through an ego death, right? Meaning if you lay all that shit down and you just trust, if you go through an ego death, it's funny because then you're very welcome, Ashley. When you go through an ego death, there's nothing for them to manipulate you through, right? Anymore. It's actually kind of funny, right? Because it doesn't work anymore. Oh, we couldn't have done this without you. You're so smart. You're so talented. Let's raise a toast to our girl or to our dude. Let's raise a toast. You're so blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. Now, when am I getting paid? Thanks for all the nice words. Now, when am I getting paid? But, we said you were nice, and we said you were sweet, and we said you were blah, 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 or I thought you were love and light. I didn't think you cared about that stuff. When am I getting paid? Right? When am I getting... That's not working anymore. That's not working anymore. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, okay? The universe, you are not supposed to be constantly giving, and never receiving, right? It's written into universal law that you receive compensation. So this is people's karma. So yeah, I'm really picking up, we're doing Saturn and Pisces. Yeah, I'm really picking up, ooh, Chariot in reverse. Somebody may even, like, this could be serious. This could be, like, copyright issues. This could be serious shit. Right? This could, with the Chariot coming out in reverse, you weren't never supposed to know. You weren't never supposed to realize that they've been, this is, like, legit stealing your work. Right? Like, if you're a writer, stealing your manuscript. If you're a musician, because we are in Saturn in Pisces energy, and I'm picking up a lot of creativity. If you're a musician, stealing your demos. If you're a model, stealing your looks. People owe you. People may very well owe you money. I'm just throwing that out right now, okay? It doesn't have to be that serious, but I would not be surprised if it is, okay? I'm going to leave it at that. Because look at you. This is supposed to be you. It's your idea that these people you are capitalizing off of. Okay? It's supposed to be you at the top and then the other two beneath helping you out. But that's been inverted now. Right? That's been inverted where it's the two at the top treating the source like it's beneath them. Right? You never want to do that to the source. So yeah, somebody could very well owe you not just an apology, not just recognition, clout, not just a little extra, a bigger little piece of the pie. Somebody could straight up fucking owe you copyright. Somebody, you know what I mean? Like this, it doesn't have to be, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is that serious. I'll leave it at that. End of a tough cycle approach. Yeah. You're going to cut these people off. Also, somebody's monitoring you. I've heard the Page of Swords. I've heard this more than once. The Page of Swords is like a spy. This could be you too. This could be the universe telling you, "Hey, you need to you need to pay more attention, right? You need to really start watching your back here." Right? This could even be the universe telling you, like, "Hey, you need to investigate this situation a little bit." Right? Like, you don't need to go full on hire a private investigator. If you've got the money and the funds and you think it is that serious, then yes, let this be that confirmation, but only that confirmation. This isn't saying you need to go out and get a PI. This isn't saying you need to take it that it's that serious. But if you are one of the unlucky ones who you're afraid it might honestly be that serious. You're thinking, if you have been thinking, shit, I wonder if I need to get an investigator, this would be a confirmation of that. Otherwise, yeah, you need to start. I heard background checks. You need to do background checks on the people you're working with, the people coming into your energy. You need to investigate them a little bit and look into the situation a little bit, okay? It's time for you to be the gumshoe. Yep. Yes, the universe is taking care of business. That is absolutely true. And look at that. Death on the bottom. Look at that. The end of a tough cycle approaches and we've got death on the bottom. Something's going to be cleared out. And you just said the universe takes care of it. Yes. The universe does take care of it. Look, there's the monitor. If you're being monitored, these people, oh my God, they're more diligent. Yeah, exactly. This is the universe calling you to, yes, the universe has your back. But remember, the universe works through you just as much as they work for you, okay? I would argue the universe will work through you more often than the universe will work for you. So you got to be prepared for when you are called to action, right? Because the universe will also work through you. Whew, I'm getting thirsty. Give me a second. Let me get me some lemon water here. Okay. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. There's something you don't know, but it's a good secret. You've got, well, prosperity lies ahead. Let's just put the Ten of Pentacles right there. Death and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, these backstabbers are going to be removed from your life, okay? The people who backstab you, who withhold from you, they're going to be removed from your life. So just stay prayed up and keep your channels open. And keep, yeah, that's what they're going to be saying when they get cut off. Hey! Hey! We were supposed to be able to take and take and take and take and take for the rest of our lives. You were never supposed to wise up, Mother Universe. Well, she has, all right? So stay prayed up. And, no, I think it's okay. So, up, okay? Keep your vibrations high because when the universe, if the universe does call you, you want to make sure that you hear her clearly, okay? Or hear them clearly. Because remember, the two who are one. So what do we got for Page of Swords? Ooh, the Lovers. Excellent. Okay, this could have something to do with the romantic relationship too, unfortunately. Yeah, you're going to walk away from... I'm picking up a union, a relationship that maybe felt like it was a dream, but it kind of became a nightmare. It became filled with stagnation and competition. Yeah, nothing bad, just, yeah, exactly, just stagnation and just hardship. So, one of the people you're dealing with could actually be, nice. One of the people you're dealing with could actually be, like a romantic partner, honestly. This could be like a partner and a friend. I saw 54 on the clock. So yeah, it's the end of a tough cycle approaches. I mean, it says tough cycle. It didn't say the end of an easy cycle. It didn't say the end of an annoying cycle. It doesn't say the end of a cycle that kind of sucks. Says the end of a tough cycle. So getting out of it's going to be tough. It's going to hurt. But it's the kind of pain that comes from ripping off a Band-Aid. Like if you keep that Band-Aid on after you've healed your wound will stay, it will become a wound again, right? Because it's going to trap all that shit underneath the Band-Aid. It'll actually never heal if you keep a bandage on it all the time, you know? You keep a Band-Aid on it for a couple of days, and then you rip that sucker off. And that's how you complete your healing process. You got to rip that sucker off, right? There comes a time when they removed the cast from your arm, right? That's what's happening here. Somebody could be coming along and like babying you. I don't know why I'm picking that up. Babying you, like constantly trying to bandage your wounds, but you're not sick. Like some kind of emotional, spiritual Munchausen's by proxy almost, right? Like if somebody keeps, that's actually sick. Yeah, like smother energy. Somebody's constantly trying to they're over treating you, and the reason that they're doing it is because they want you to feel like you're sick. They want you to feel like you're broken. They want you to feel like you need them, right? But in reality, it's past time to rip the Band-Aid off, because if you keep the Band-Aid on any longer, the wound is going to start to fester. Instead, it's going to go in reverse. Instead of drying out, finishing the healing process by drying out, and we saw cups, so there could be addiction issues too. We talked about that earlier. Instead of healing by drying out, it's going to start going in reverse. You need to get out from these people, essentially, right? These people are like moldy Band-Aids. You need to rip them off, and you need to dry out, so to speak, okay? So that you can finish that healing process. Oversaturation. That's what I'm getting. Put a zipper in your mouth. Oversaturation. Killing you with kindness. Killing you with clout. Right? Like I had that. That's how I got taken advantage of financially. I was helping somebody with a project, and they would just continually dump more and more and more and more and more work on me. This person still owes me like $700 for the work I did for them on their project. Do you think I'll ever see that money? Seriously. Right? They've paid me about half of it, and the rest they paid me in clout. And rather than pay me, it was always, I couldn't do it without you. You're the smartest person I know. We're going to raise a glass together. Right? We're gonna when this project is done, we're gonna party. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And now that the project, nothing. I've heard nothing from this person. This is what's going on. This is what I'm talking about. Paying you in clout. You know what I mean? Thank you, Earth Angels. Yes, and I do believe that, because I was tempted. Because one time, when I wasn't getting paid, the first time I realized I was getting fucked over, I was like, well, I'm going to put a hold on all their money. I did some spell work. I put a hold on all their money. I'm like, you don't get the fuck paid until I get the fuck paid. Right? And it worked. It worked. But I thought about doing it a second time. Good, because they told me to tell you that. Yeah. You don't get the fuck paid until I get the fuck paid. But I want to try a different approach now, right? Because that could backfire. I'm like, okay, well, that could backfire also, because if they're not getting paid, period, then they're not going to have any money to give me. But I thought, okay, listen, instead of speaking it into, instead of speaking it as a command, how about I speak it as a petition? How about I speak it as a request? Right? You know what I mean? Because I do care about the universal highest good. I do care about divine will. I do care about divine karma. I care about divine timing, and I do care about karma. Right? I do understand that things play out for a reason. So rather than speaking as thou shalt not, why don't I make a petition to the universe? Then I can still have my witchy fun. As a con, you can ask for and third up front. Yeah, that's exactly, if had I known, right? Had I known about this, about what it meant to be a contractor, you know what I mean? I had no idea. It was just something I was doing for a friend. And I got taken in, my good nature got taken advantage of, quite frankly. So yeah, so it's a very similar situation that I'm pulling on, right? So if you feel this way, let me tell you one of the coolest things I do. Get you a bay leaf. This is where you have your witchy fun and still stay in line with the divine will, okay? In line with the divine will is the best way to go. I'm gonna place myself here. If you see the Hy-Vee, Midwest girl, get you some of these bay leaves. These little suckers are neat. Pull one out. And now there's not much room. There's not much room on the bay leaf, so you're going to need to find the most concise way to narrow down what it is that you want, okay? Get a pen and gently, yep, our energies are airborne, exactly. Get a pen and write down on the leaf what it is you want. Like, I want to get paid. Please bring me my money. Please may my creditor, or please may my debtor bring me what is owed. Okay? Then burn that sucker, right? Send it up with a prayer. And you can sprinkle some offerings, like some herbs for offerings and all kinds of little stuff, right? So do your homework on that. Figure out what herbs that you want to use. So, excellent. So yeah, this has been interesting. So I'm picking up Saturn and Pisces. This is an issue you need to address, is what's going on. And you can absolutely address it. And for me, it would just work better for me to address the matter through prayers and petitions, right? Through spell work. Because everything I was doing was under the table anyway, so to speak. So for some of us, we get in these kind of shady business deals, and like we don't have the typical recourse. So this is, my lesson, and maybe lesson for another viewer out there, is the importance of keeping things above board, right? Have you considered Skillshare? Oh, yeah. Possibly, yeah. Intuitive witchcraft lessons. So yeah, remember to keep things, it's important to keep things above board, because you think you're helping somebody out, and in reality, what you're actually doing is leaving yourself with proper use of magic, yeah. What you're doing is leaving yourself with little to no recourse for getting your compensation. Right? Like, let's say you're a drug dealer. Seriously, let's just throw it out there. Let's say you're a drug dealer. Let's say maybe you sell pot or some shit, right? None of the hardcore like heroin or anything. Let's say you fucking sell pot, right? You sell pot. You got a buddy who always be like, "Hey, I'm stressing. Give me, front me this, front me this, front me this. I'd be rich. Front me this, front me this, front me this." And that's what you be doing. You're like, "All right, I got you, bro. You be fronting them. Here you go, here you go, here you go. Then, oh man, you're always so great. You're always so awesome. Thank you. You always hook me up. You're the best. I love you. Whoop, whoop, de whoop. Here you go. You know, raise a glass to you. Suddenly, you're $200 short, right? And you need to pay your guy. You have no recourse. You can't go. You can't go to the Better Business Bureau. You know. You can't go to the police. You can't do a civil suit, right? So for those of us who were raised on the streets, who are used to getting money, I'm 200 short. Nice. Yeah. So you have no recourse. For those of us raised on the streets, we were groomed a little bit to basically put ourselves in situations where maybe violence and confrontation and violence is the only way to get the money. And so if you are in that situation where you can't go to the police, you can't go to, the BBB, you can't file a civil suit, your only recourse is prayer, right? Is petition work, right? So yeah, make the petition. And if it is in accordance with the divine will, may this person not see profit until they pay me. Right? I always like to surrender. I've learned my lesson from thinking I'm the power. I will. Excellent. Yeah. It's always good to surrender, surrender, surrender. I've gone through some major, major ego death. Yeah, see, we got a little... Yep, somebody thought you were the fool. Exactly. Someone took... This is exactly what's happened. Here's the confirmation, my friends. You had a good... Somebody thought you would just turn your back. You would just walk away. You're a good-natured person. You won't take it personally. And it's... Yep, and this is what they did. This was their plan all the fuck along. Okay? Yeah, you don't have to do the most. You don't have to send out the curses. You don't have to do the bindings. You don't have to do any of that to get what belongs to you back, okay? That is what... That's just malice. That's just malicious, all right? If you're learning from me, if you're working alongside me, we don't fuck with that. The best time. Thank you. So, all right, I think I'm going to go ahead and let it go there. But yeah, and remember, on your prayers and your petitions, this is where we get it out. Because I did black magic as a stress reliever. All right? So, it can feel very powerful. It can feel very very liberating. I think that's why people get sucked into it, okay? But when you're making your petitions, you're already surrendering the outcome to the divine. You're already surrendering the outcome to the divine. So it's like taking your case before a judge. You're already surrendering the outcome to the judge. You're putting it in the judge's hands, right? You're putting it in the Lord's hands. You're putting it in the lady's hands, okay? You're putting it in the universe's hands. So go ahead and make that your plea as if you want to. Go ahead and pour your heart out into that, okay? Because it's already in their hands anyway. So there's no need for you to hold back, all right? That's my logic anyway. So yeah, if you can't be real with your God or your gods, who can you be real with? If you can't stomp your feet and gnash your teeth and wail and bemoan to your God, who can you? Listen and take account of that, right? Other than the ones that you turn to, right? So, ooh, I think we got a final message. Ooh, Empress and strength. Yeah, it takes a lot of strength to surrender. And look, it's the same character too. Amen. And so many blessings to us both. Amen. It takes a lot of strength to surrender, but it actually makes you stronger. If all you have to do is pray, how much stronger, right? How much purer is your access to the divine power than the one who has to actually do the most? All right. Also, this is the goddess. Here she is. She sits on high. Okay. She's gonna be shutting them up. So make your prayers. Burn your petitions. Okay. Because that's what's going to. That's what moves. What moves them. Yeah. See how she's been moved to leave her throne and silence the detractors, or freeze in their tracks the enemies, or you know what I'm saying? She's on it. She's on it. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Wands, the divine will. So I'm picking up you've been heard, and you will be served. But not in the weird way, like here's your papers, but your petition will be heard, will be granted, requested. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Yeah, because you've really been working really hard to This spread right here tells me raw deal. This is just a confirmation from the universe that you've got a raw deal. You got the raw. You constantly work through it. You constantly push through it, but you're owed. You're owed. Okay? You are definitely owed. So don't feel remorse or feel guilt for petitioning the divine on your own behalf, because you are owed. You are absolutely owed, okay? That could even be what they're waiting for. They could be waiting for you to recognize that you're owed as part of the karmic lesson, right? First she or he needs to recognize that they are owed, that they have indeed received a raw deal. Then our child needs to make. Then we will move through and assist our child. Weird. You read a bit ago. So, yep. I'm picking up a lot of divine feminine energy, a lot of goddess energy. Goddess. Divine feminine energy is coming. Telling me that the people who have been playing around in your energy, the people that have been shortchanging you, the people who have been manipulating you, taking advantage of you, these are people that you're close to. These are family members. These are close friends. These are lovers, because that's what the divine feminine coming out. These are people close to your heart. There's matters of the heart and the home are involved in this. This isn't just a simple climbing the corporate ladder, right? This is something. This is involving personal relationships. That's why it's been so sticky. That's why it hasn't been as easy as, just go to HR. You know what I'm saying? Or On point. Yeah, exactly. Because if it was as simple as getting it from the world, I feel like we'd see more divine masculine energy out here because the Lord rules the world, right? Like he's the the projecting force, right? Whereas the lady rules the home and the hearth and your heart. Now, they are the two who are one, so don't think that, you know, you can't pray to either, that the Lord can't heal your heart and the lady can't, you know, help you find success in the world. Like, they are the two who are one. But for just a symbolic breakdown, that's what I'm picking up in this reading. Yeah, look at this. It's love that's got these people taking advantage of you. That's what it is. This isn't professional. This is personal. The personal has bled over into the professional. Yes, heart and mind, exactly. One rules the heart, one rules the mind. But yeah, this is personal. Somebody's got you wrapped around their finger. Somebody's got you wrapped around their finger. And that's why they took the liberty to misuse you, right? Because they knew that that was what they wanted to do. Yeah, look at this. Breadcrumbing. What did I say earlier today? Breadcrumbing you. Little bits here, paying you little bit here, little bit here, little bit here, little bit here, while loading you up with burdens, right? This is like your sister asks you to babysit. This is like your sister-in-law drops off her and your brother's kids at your doorstep and gives you maybe $50 and tells you they'll give you $200 at the end of the week, or they'll give you $500. Like you know, but they never pay you. They just keep burdening you more and more and more. And it's hard for you to say no because they're your nieces and nephews and you love them. Yeah, I see what I'm getting at? Like, yeah. Like, it's a situation like that. Right? You're constantly watching other people, your family members' kids, or you're constantly cleaning your family members' homes, or you're constantly, you know, helping your friends with their projects, but the less they pay you, the more work they put on you. And that's why it's difficult. That's why you're trapped in this karmic cycle, right? That's why it's so difficult, because this shit's personal, right? So, but it's time. It's time for you to step, like the figure here in the swords. It's time for you to take the blindfold off, take the ropes off, step out of that situation. Hey, come on, guys. Step out of that situation and petition the divine. Kids, cut it out. Petition the divine. Okay? Petition the gods, the universe. All right? For what, in particular, the feminine divine I'm picking up, because she's all over this reading. Make your petitions, okay? It's time. Because as soon as you recognize that you deserve your just compensation, people don't have the right to take advantage of your good nature just because they go way back with you, just because they're related to you, just because they're married to you, just because they're blood to you. They don't have the right to take advantage of you. And the goddess in particular wants you to know that. All right? So say your prayers and make your petitions and be prepared. Okay? Mwah. All right, you guys. I am going to end it here. I sincerely hope this helped. Bye, fairy friends.